you actually took doctors who were willing to go on pilgrimage.
Yes.
To me, that is one of the most remarkable things.
Yes.
That these doctors who had lived this life of without God, without a sense of human dignity, were willing to go on a pilgrimage. Can you say a little bit about that?
Yes, yes. We were able to provide for 45 doctors from Ukraine, different cities of Ukraine, doctors who were OBGYN practitioners. 90% of this group were OBGYN practitioners and gynecologists. And we were able to take them on a pilgrimage to Medjugorje. It's a place in Bosnia and Herzegovina when since 1981, I believe, to Our Lady is appearing. And it is a true miracle for me because I don't need any other description, but just to see that the communist doctors who have never prayed in their life agreed to come. First of all, it's a miracle already, and the second, they agreed to participate on a pilgrimage, which involves Medjugorje generally is involved in the sacraments. It's every evening. All the pilgrims who are there join the evening program, which is a prayer and Holy Mass and adoration. And so for several hours, these doctors were exposed to the sacraments and the prayer, a simple prayer of Our Lady, a rosary. And it brought tremendous difference in their life. If to say the first day when they came in, they were just looking around shocked, sort of, how many people are going around and praying the rosaries. Well, very next day they went down to Operation Heal, and this is something fascinating because I could see that how they were changing step by step, and so they are coming from the heart of the communism right away to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, so beautifully, so vividly, and they're consecrating themselves down there, right at the place where Our Lady has appeared, and consecrating themselves to Immaculate Heart of Mary. They all said this prayer, and so the changes has begun, because where the Immaculate Heart of Mary, no evil can stand to be. Our Lady is the one who meant to bring triumph, and her triumph is that everybody will become to know her Son. So it is fascinating. And the very next day after this, one doctor shared a tremendous experience she had. She said she shared with all of the present there, with all of the doctors, what have happened to her. She was a very important doctor in one city of Cherkas, a quite large city. She's the top doctor who's responsible for all obstetricians in the city and in the region. Very, very educated person, and person who had, in the eyes of all doctors, she was really high. Important. Yes, important. So, when the question was about, when the question arose, well, should this woman, if she's very young, in doing drugs, keep her child, it would be better to abort. She stood up. She couldn't handle anymore to be silent. She stood up and she said, "Let me share something with you. What happened to me yesterday, and that it might be clear to you what it is." She said, "Soon as I put my foot onto those stones on the mountain which we climbed," she said, "I couldn't see anything in front of me, and anything in front of me, but every single stone turned out to me into the bones and skulls, the whole mountain." She said, "And I understood what I have done with my own hands. I have killed the city with my own hands."
And so she saw a mountain of bones and skulls.
Yes, yes. And, I must mention that this lady never practiced a faith. She doesn't go to the church. She never had any visions in her life. She started from this to explaining to the people, and what I wanted to emphasize is here, what important, miracles can happen to us every single day, and to some very vividly, to some not, but what is important it is, and what happens after we consecrate ourselves to Our Lady, she have permission to purify our heart and fill it with the grace. and so which is very important for Russia. But it seems that Our Lady is really begun to do something incredibly beautiful in Ukraine. We've been able to provide several pilgrimages for Ukrainian people, specifically from southeast part of Ukraine. And there were young people, families, and people of different even religion. They were simply brought to the holy sacraments, because all Our Lady wants it is that everybody to know her Son. Simply, that's all.